The Kansas City Chiefs are undefeated, and it's without the magician Patrick Mahomes putting up crazy numbers. He actually has less passing yards than Daniel Jones, and this offense barely has any explosive plays. The Chiefs do have one of the very best defenses in the NFL that rightfully so gets a ton of praise, but they couldn't be undefeated with just their defense. Despite not being an explosive offense, the Chiefs are still 9th in points per game at 24.7. These guys can score, and it's in large part thanks to the superstar trio that is kind of a non-traditional secret weapon. Joe Thuney, Creed Humphrey, and Trey Smith are the best interior offensive line in the NFL, and it's not even close. Joe Thuney and Trey Smith are the 3rd and 5th highest graded guards according to PFF, and Creed Humphrey is the highest graded center. This trio has really given the offense an identity in a sort of down year for Mahomes. What is that identity? They are a tough, never step back offense who always grinds forward for long drives, avoiding negative plays. The offense is 3rd in the NFL in time of possession, just wearing opponents down. Now, they have had a bit of a turnover issue, but they almost never give up a tackle for a loss in the run or pass. For example, Mahomes has been sacked at the 6th lowest rate, and the running backs are guaranteed about 4 yards per run, which is not a great rushing stat, but it's enough for a first down if you truly never give up negative plays, which is exactly what they do. They get to 3rd and short or 3rd and medium, and then they convert these 3rd downs at the 2nd highest rate in the league. But enough with all these statistics for a moment. I just wanted to paint the picture of a tough, grimy, grinded out offense, and that is thanks to these monsters up front. Starting in the pass, we can see why Mahomes almost never gets sacked. They are an immovable stone wall up front that gives Mahomes a pocket to climb up into. They also do a great job of keeping the pocket clean when defenses try to throw a blitz at Mahomes, and each man is left on an island. Thuney, Humphrey, and Smith can all handle themselves with ease and rarely ever let a guy slip by for a quarterback pressure. You'll see Thuney use beautiful technique to throw defenders off balance and put them in the dirt. Creed Humphrey often acts as a bouncer, just tossing fools out of the club so Mahomes can escape for easy yards up the middle. And Trey Smith, at 321 pounds, uses a great combination of strength and technique to keep rushers like Crosby in this case from ever getting close to Mahomes. So it doesn't matter if you get them on an island with a defender, they will easily handle their own. You're also not going to confuse them with defensive line stunts or simulated pressures. For example, this looks like an all-out blitz by the Saints, but it's really just a 4-man rush. However, it's not the 4 you'd expect. Coordinators do this to try and create confusion for the O-line, allowing pressure on the quarterback while still keeping 7 guys in coverage. However, if we watch again, you can see how beautifully the Chiefs pass each man off and their eyes find the real rushers. Trey Smith sees the linebacker drop and picks up number 90 before passing him to the tackle. Humphrey sees the same linebacker drop and 90 stunting to the outside, so Humphrey immediately looks for what might be coming back his way, which ends up being the walked up safety on the outside. Thuney sees the linebacker in front of him drop and immediately gets his eyes outside to all these walked up defenders. He sees Chase Young rushing upfield in the B gap, and he keeps Young off his quarterback. Mahomes has plenty of time to search the field and find an open receiver. This was handled masterfully and really shows the poise of these linemen to calmly go from one defender to another and block whoever is the biggest threat. Consistently handling whatever the defense throws at them is what gives this offense a chance, because again, the key is avoiding negative plays. Okay, real quick, if you're enjoying the video so far, give me a like and subscribe. It really helps my channel a ton. But now, let's get back to it. The offense consistently moves the ball forward on run plays thanks to the monsters up front. They have had the 5th fewest rushes for over 20 yards this season. despite running the ball the 6th most with 31 attempts a game. They keep running over and over because they know these 3 guys won't allow anyone inside to blow up a run. The back always has a chance to pick up a few yards and grind forward. You don't need to hit home runs if you're always getting on base, and that seemed to be Andy Reid's philosophy so far this season. The Chiefs are a heavy wide zone team, which has always been a staple of an Andy Reid offense. You can see it executed here perfectly, as Trey Smith takes his defender way outside and into the dirt. Humphrey explodes laterally to protect from this D-line coming inside and to get onto this linebacker who is following the running back's path. Doesn't go well for the linebacker, who ends up in the dirt along with his buddy. And then you have Thuney on the backside executing a great reach block, working across the defender who is lined up on his inside in order to give a running lane to the inside for his back. Oh, and Thuney also eventually buried this defender with his other buddies. Tough look for the Bengals. That's a wide zone hitting front side, but they usually hit backside like on this play, where you can see the 3 big men up front just wash all the defenders way down the line, allowing for a huge cutback lane. Even though this run hits backside B gap, the running back actually runs right behind his tight end's butt. However, the lateral movement created up front from the big trio works beautifully to set up an 8-yard gain. Chiefs can do this all day, but they do call a diverse running game thanks to what these guys up front are capable of. They've called some duos so far this season where essentially they are running right downhill and creating as many doubles on the inside as possible, knowing that no D-line is going to withstand a double team from the big 3. The Chiefs have run more power, counter, and buck than in past Andy Reid offenses too, thanks to the ability for these big men to block on the move. Each one of them are great pullers and can either kick a defender out wide, wrap him up if he crashes inside, or lead block onto a linebacker, depending on how the defense reacts. This is an example of how the Chiefs are making it hard for defenses with the more diverse running game because defenders don't always know which gap to fit. By the time the linebackers are in place, their D-line has already been pushed 3 or 4 yards back, and that's all the Chiefs need. Now, because the Chiefs are unable to stretch the field much vertically at the moment, they have to stretch the field horizontally to put more stress on the defense. This is the final way the Chiefs beat up on teams week after week with the help of their big men. Thuney, Humphrey, and Smith have an unusual ability to block in space for guys whose average weight is 310 pounds. Chiefs have run a lot of end arounds, which has been one way to keep the defense balanced and prevent them from stacking the box on this run-heavy team. I mean, just look at the red wave of blockers that lead Xavier Worthy into the end zone, and of course Humphrey and Thuney both make huge blocks leading to a touchdown. The big 3 have also shown off their blocking in space ability on a variety of screens, which Reid has always loved calling, and with the passing game less effective this year, the screens have been vital for the offense. So yes, the Chiefs have Mahomes, who will always deserve some credit for an undefeated team. And yes, they do have one of the best defenses in the NFL. But the lesser known key to success so far for the Chiefs have been the violent, technical, intelligent behemoths in the middle. 3 monsters that work so well together to carry this team to victory through a slugfest, just wearing on defenses over and over with small but consistent gains. It's so hard to create momentum against the Chiefs when their defense is suffocating and their offense never gives up a negative play. Thuney, Humphrey, and Smith wouldn't allow it, whether it's protecting Mahomes from a sack or picking up 4 yards on an inside zone. They will break the wheels of their opponents each and every week. The Chiefs are the best team in the NFL, and this elite trio is their unconventional secret weapon. If you made it this far, thank you all for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on what comes next. It helps my channel a ton, so I really appreciate it. Go ahead and comment what you might like to see me do next. I'd love to get some ideas. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.